action.
Package? How exciting! This is a pair of LED lamps for Alan's new video. Does even Alan know what work is? Yo, Alan!
Well, hello, Miss N.
Here's your work lamps, Mr. Alan.
Woohoo! LOL!
You know, one day I'd like to do normal.
Okay, everyone, I've so been waiting for these lamps to arrive. But first things first, let me switch off my energy gulping halogen reading lamp. There, that's better. Right then, let's crack this cookie open. Okay, what we have here is a pair of Auxbeam LED work lamps. Now before I run through a few specs on them, I'm just going to state the obvious. These lamps have been designed for off-road use. So if you were to connect these to your vehicle, you should not really be connecting them to your main beam, driving lights, fog lights or daytime running lights and using them on public roads. Unless of course you are actually trying to attract the attention of local police or tick off some other road users. You need to keep these off the road. But that doesn't mean to say you can't have some fun with them. Hell, you could actually bolt these to the roll bar of your pickup truck and recreate the No Country for Old Men scene and go and chase somebody across some wasteland. I'm sure the extra light would be most welcome shining on your target. Anyway, these lamps don't even have to be connected to a road vehicle. You could bolt them to your boat if you've got one and go and shine it in the water and see if you can find some alligators. You could stick it on a tractor or a piece of farm machinery and run around the fields if you like. You could even stick them on a pole and light up your back garden if you want to dig a hole in your lawn. In fact, the possibilities are quite endless what you could do with these lights. As long as you've got a power source from 9 to 32 volt, which is a good voltage range to operate these, you're good to go. So really, wherever you want to put these lights is entirely up to your own imagination. Okay, I'm just on this Auxbeam website where you can purchase these LED lamps. I'm just going to point a few things out. So when it comes to the LED world and you see the word CREE, you know you're buying a branded product. You know it's going to be good and it's going to be quality. You'll notice there's a choice of two lamps here, either the flood or the spot beam. I have purchased the flood beam. The difference between the flood beam and the spot beam is the angle of these little reflectors. The flood beam have a 60-degree angle and the spot beam have a 30-degree angle. And obviously the flood beam pattern would give you a much broader light than what the spot beam pattern would. When you purchase these lights, they don't come with any wiring. But if you click on this button here where it says with wiring harness, now you'll see that you can purchase this harness separate. And in all honesty, that's what I've done because I just wanted it to be nice and simple to wire these lights up with a correct harness. They come with a relay and an on-off switch. It just saves a lot of messing around. Now these lamps are totally weather sealed because it'd be pretty silly if they weren't, wouldn't it? Let's face it, they're going to be used in outdoor situations most of the time. One last thing I'm going to touch on. The light output of these lamps is measured in lumens. Now I don't understand what lumens are. I don't even care, but I'm going to try and give you some kind of comparison of what 1800 lumens would look like. If you remember the old incandescent lamps, the ones that used to hang from your ceiling in your home, you could buy them in 40, 60, 100 watt. Well, a 100 watt incandescent lamp is equivalent to 1800 lumens. And that's pretty damn bright if I must say so. You certainly wouldn't want one in your bedroom. it would be too bright. You would be blinded. You would need a 100-watt bulb in a big room. So you can imagine that these lamps are pretty damn bright. Although I will say the difference between the LED lamps and the incandescent lamp, the LED lamps will be burning a heck of a lot less energy. So anyway, I think it's high time we actually unbox these and see what we've got. We have an instruction manual. These are the brackets that are going to mount the lamps to whatever we're going to bolt them to. And this is the wiring harness I was saying about, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Here we go then. This is the important part. Let me just remove the foam. Wow. Do you know what? This is not plastic. This is die-cast metal. Look at all these cooling fans. I don't think they actually get that hot anyway. But they look pretty damn good. That's nice. Oh, look at them LEDs. Woohoo! I'm going to be quite interested to see how much light actually come out of these. But I must say, she's pretty. In fact, if this LED was a woman, I would marry her just for being pretty. And because she's CREE, we know she's going to be well behaved. Okay, I'm just going to run through this mounting bracket real fast. You put the longer of the two bolts through the bracket like so. It can't turn in there now. One spring washer and one nut, and you'll whack that nut all the way to the end and tighten it up. You'll then take your bracket and slide the other bolt and spring washer through the bracket. You'll notice there's a nut built into the back of the LED lamp. You just take your bracket and fit that into the nut, and you can now position that bracket wherever you like and tighten it up. So now we have the bracket bolted to the base of our LED lamp, we can go and mount this lamp on our vehicle. Now the wiring harness I purchased for these lamps is pretty cool. It comes with a relay and a handy on-off switch. Wiring up this harness to your vehicle couldn't be easier. You've got a red wire for your positive and a black wire for your earth. And lastly, to connect these lamps up to your wiring harness, you'll have a white wire and a black wire. The red wire from the lamp connects to the white and the black to the black. I will point out here, you should really be using heat shrink terminals or sheathing to protect these wires from getting any kind of corrosion on them. Anyhow, I don't actually have a vehicle to put these lamps on yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bolt them in the back of my old Merc van, just so we can see what kind of light is coming off them. This is going to be quite interesting. I'm so excited. Right. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring the van inside the garage and I'm going to fit these lamps. But for my next trick, I better put these down. Superman! So I've just bolted these lights to the inside of this van. And what we're going to do is, when it gets dark, I'll then switch them on and see how they look. Okay, it's still daylight at the moment. So what I've done is I've set myself an alarm to wake me up when it's dark so we can check these lights out properly. In the meantime, while I'm having a nap, I'll think of, I don't know, catching the rabbit maybe. See you shortly. Jesus, it's dark now. Right, now it's dark outside. I'm going to switch the lights off and see how they light up this door behind me. In 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I'd say these lights are pretty damn bright. I'm just going to switch them off once again so you can actually see how dark it actually is in here. See, it's absolutely pitch black in here. I better put them back on before I walk into something. Ta-da! Wicked. Actually, I'll open this shutter door so you can see how dark it is outside. Then I'll switch them off again, then back on again. Just for the hell of it. See, it's like it's the dead of night out there. So lights out and lights on. Woohoo! Okay, enough messing around. Yeah, I like them. I think these lamps are pretty damn cool. I actually think a lot of people would bolt these to the roll bars of their Jeeps and pickup trucks, especially when you're off-road. They're certainly going to give you that extra bit of light to help you see where you're going. You know, I don't have anything negative to say about these lamps. They feel like they're well made, they work, they're bright. So yeah, I guess if you're looking for a pair of auxiliary lamps for whatever purpose, these could be just the ticket. So that's it then, the end. Me and Miss MI4 are now going to say goodbye without saying a word. See ya.